experience because I've never had an open rehearsal before. So I thought it was a really cool idea just to bring the public into the studio because, at least for me, a lot of my family and friends don't know what dance is and don't understand what dancing in a company is. So it got me like really jazzed and excited for them to come watch and like understand what it is I do.
Well, in open rehearsal, it provides an opportunity where we can hear a little bit of feedback from our audience members. And rehearsing a piece week after week, you can kind of get in the piece and forget what the outside perspective is. And as a performer, you think, you know, this is being portrayed, or maybe this emotion is coming across. And when someone comes brand new to the piece, they have fresh eyes, so they can say, this is what I felt, or this is what I'm seeing. And that can give us a lens to understand what we desire to communicate and what we need to change to communicate that better.
So today in open rehearsal, we actually went back and reviewed a lot of stuff that we haven't really touched on in maybe several weeks, just because we've been working on other things, or we haven't had everybody here at once. So today we got to work on some lifts for the audience pick piece that we haven't seen or done in a while, and it actually turned out very, very well. It kind of came back just like riding a bike.
And so some of the things, it's sort of like, do I remember it? And can I attempt it accurately and safely with my other partners? So there's some of that. There's also, it's kind of one of the first times there's a real sort of audience in the room. So you always tend to have more energy performing, being performative. So I think there's definitely some of that nervous energy. And then having this feeling that something's not finished yet. It's in process. So how are people going to take it? And there's that thought that there needs to be full costume all the time, and full makeup, and full lighting, and everything else, and we don't have any of that. We're all in our garbs, our sweatpants and sweat clothes, and the pieces aren't finished, and we haven't polished up the technique of it and everything else. So I know that can sometimes, for me, can sometimes be a little nerve-wracking.
Overall, it was really challenging. A lot of the pieces we haven't run all the way through in a long time. So some of the pieces that had section 1, 2, and 3, we have only run section 2 in the last month. So running section 1, 2, and 3 was a nice challenge, but it was good for us to see how much energy we needed, and it was nice to have an audience to kind of get that, a little bit of that adrenaline pumping to show us what the show was going to be like.
So I was asked, what is the most challenging part of open rehearsal today? And I can say without any hesitation that it was getting through 2 pieces for the actual showing of it. You know, you feel good, you're learning stuff, you're doing things, and you feel like you're performing well, and these little snippets, and then suddenly you have to put it all together, and you feel like your heart is going to explode, and that you can't breathe, or that you won't breathe ever again. So it's good to get this sort of now, and I think having an audience there sort of kicks some adrenaline in, so you actually do get through it, but then this is where kind of the reality hits, and you're like, I gotta go work out right now to make sure that I can get through the show.